Hello friends, we are back with our new video, but this is a continuation of the previous one. As you know, we were doing degrees of comparison under adjectives, right? And I had promised that I will be coming back with some new rules, some other rules, okay, apart from the ones that I had discussed in our previous video, right? Okay, so now without wasting time, let's quickly get into those rules. You already know that I had already taught you how to break the syllables, right? Let's just go through a recap. We had talked about syllables, right, in the previous video, and I had taught you how to form the degrees of comparison if the positive has more than 2 syllables, right? What you have to do over there. And I had also told you about words, okay, that have 1 syllable right, 1 syllable, and under 1 syllable I was discussing about the rules, right? I had talked about rule number 1 under this, that you know, if the positive ends in 2 consonants, right, in 2 consonants or consonants. Then I had talked about consonant preceded by vowels, what you have to do, right? I had also told you about words that ends in 1 consonant and the consonant is preceded by a short vowel, right? I had also told you about consonants preceded by short vowels, right? Then what you have to do. So we had already discussed quite a few rules. Now we will get over to I'll move over to the next rule, and this is probably the simplest of all the rules, okay? The rule that I'm going to teach you now is probably the simplest of all the rules. Now you will find many words, many positive words, many adjectives that end, right, that end in E, right? For example, the word brave, okay? So this is the positive brave, and its end, it ends in E, right? So now what you have to do, this is very easy. This rule is very easy. It says that when the positive ends in E, okay, what you have to do is you simply have to add an R, okay, an R to make it a comparative. So that becomes braver, and just st to form the superlative, okay, which becomes this. Okay, so this is the next rule. Okay, this is the next rule under words having one syllable, right? This is the next rule. Okay, all right. So over here you see what it says. It says that words ending, or rather positives ending in E, you simply need to add an R to the word, to the main word. That's becoming braver. The word is brave. It's ending in E. So in order to form the comparative of the word brave, what you need to do is you need to add an R and it becomes braver. Alright? And if you need to form the superlative of the word brave, what you have to do is, see the word brave, it's ending in it is ending in E. So what you have to do is you simply have to add st to the word brave to form the superlative. See, and it becomes bravest. All right. So similarly, you have many other words, many such other words that end in E. For example, the word fine. Let's try it together. Fine. What you have to do is, if I ask you to turn, or rather if anyone asks you to form the comparative of the word fine, what you have to do, you don't have to sit to think, should I add more fine, or should I add like ER again, like FINE, ER. So what will I do? I know the rule. I just understand that the word ends in E. So what I have to do is I simply need to add an R, okay, to form the comparative of the word fine, which is finer. All right. Similarly, I need to add st to turn it into finest, which is the superlative form of the word fine. Is it clear to you? Okay. Let's take another word, humble. So you know what you have to do. It ends in E. You just need to add an R to the word and it turns into humbler. That is the comparative form, and the superlative will be humblest. Am I clear to you? The word noble, the same rule, just an R, nobler, noble, st, noblest. All right. The word true ends in E. Truer, truest. Okay, so as I said, this is probably the simplest of all the rules. Do you agree? Yes, I think you will agree, all you two will agree with me, because there is nothing much complicated over here. It's just the rule says if the positive ends in E, you have to add an R to form the comparative of the word, and you have to add an ST to form the superlative of the word. Is the rule clear to you? Okay, so let's move on to the next rule. See, the next rule says if the positive ends in Y, there are many words, many adjectives that end in Y, isn't it? Yes, for example, the word happy. Happy. Right? It ends in Y. It ends in Y. What you have to do is, if the positive ends in Y, and another important thing, if the Y is preceded by a consonant, then the Y is changed into I. This is very important. The word will have to end in Y, and the Y will have to be preceded by a consonant. That is, there has to be a consonant before the Y. Clear? So in that case, what do you do? In such a case, what do you do? If I have to make the comparative form of the word happy, what I need to see, I need to see with which letter does the word end. I find that it's ending in Y, right? So it's ending in Y, and the Y has a consonant before it. So what do I have to do? The rule says that in order to turn such a word into comparative, I need to change the Y into I, and then I need to add an ER. Okay, so what is the rule? Happy, I need to form the comparative of the word happy. So what I have to do is, since Y is preceded by a consonant, that is, I have a consonant before Y, what I need to do is, I need to change the Y first into I. Alright, I changed the Y into I, and then I need to add ER. So the word turns into the comparative of happy, that is happier. Clear? Okay, and what I have to do is, in order to form the superlative, again what I have to do is, I need to change the Y into I, and then I have to add EST. Okay? Right? I need to add EST, and it becomes happiest. Clear? Okay, so what does this rule say? Let's just quickly write down. I did not write the previous rule, isn't it? So let me just write the previous rule as well. The previous rule was, if the positive ends in E, okay, then we need to add only R to the word to form the comparative and ST to form the superlative, right? This is the previous rule. Example, the word brave, I'm adding R, it becomes braver. Brave plus ST becomes bravest, right? Comparative, superlative, right? So this is the previous rule that I had discussed. Now let me write down the current rule that I am teaching. According to this rule, if the positive ends in Y and the Y is preceded by a consonant, then we first need to change the Y into I and then add ER to form the comparative and EST to form the superlative. Okay, so this is the rule. Now let's take an example to understand the rule. I have already given you an example. Let's take the word once again, the word happy. Okay, so as you can see, the word happy ends in Y and the Y is preceded by a consonant, right? In my last video I had already taught you what a consonant is. Okay, so all the letters apart from the 5 vowels are all consonants, right? So there is a consonant before Y, right? In such a case, what you have to do? You have to change the Y into I and then you have to add ER. You have to add ER to form the comparative of the word happy, which is happier. In order to turn or in order to form the superlative of the word happy, what you have to do? You have to, similarly, you have to first change the Y into I, and then you have to add EST to form the superlative of the word happy, right? Let's take another word and you just try on your own and you see if you have understood the rule or not. Let's take the word dry. So the first step is you first see that the word dry ends in Y. What is your second step? Yes, that's right. You have have to see whether the Y is preceded by a consonant. Yes, it is preceded by a consonant. Y has an R before it. So what you need to do is, you need to change the Y into I. Please don't write the Y anymore. You will not write the Y anymore. You will simply add I. You will simply change the Y into I, and then you will add ER to form the comparative of the word dry. And the comparative of the word dry is drier. And in order to form the superlative of the word dry, again the same rule. First you need to change the Y into I and then EST. Alright, so the superlative of the word dry is driest. Clear? Let's take another word. Pretty. So pretty ends in Y and it has a consonant before it. So what I have to do? I will change the Y. Instead of Y, I will write I first and then ER to form the comparative of the word pretty, which is prettier. So this is positive, this is comparative, and for the formation of superlative of the word pretty, what I need to do? Again, I need to change the Y into I and then I need to write EST to form the superlative, which is prettiest. Clear? So is this rule clear to you? All right. Now, another rule for words ending in Y. There are again few words which end in Y, but there will not be a consonant before the Y, but there will be a vowel before the Y, right? So in that case, what you need to do in such a case, you simply add ER to the word to form the consonant and you add EST to form the superlative of the word, right? So what does this rule say? This rule says that if the positive ends in Y and the Y is preceded by a vowel, then we simply add ER to the word to form the comparative and EST to form the superlative. Okay, so if the positive ends in Y and there is a vowel before the Y, then you just simply add ER to the Y to form the comparative and EST to the word to form the superlative. How? I'll show you. with the help of an example. Suppose this is your word. So sorry. Okay, this is your word. It ends in Y, but there is a twist to the previous rule. There is a vowel before Y, not a consonant. There is a vowel, E, okay, before the word, before the letter Y. So what you have to do is, if this is the positive, you're not changing anything, you are simply adding ER and it becomes grayer, which is the comparative form of the word grey. And you are simply adding EST to turn it into greyest, which is the superlative form of the word grey. Clear? Okay. Now, apart from these words, okay, there are few other words which are known to be the irregular adjectives, irregular comparisons. Okay, there are few words which fall under the irregular category, that is, no particular rule has been made, okay, or rather the rules have not been clearly understood by any of the any of the scholars who had made these rules. Okay, you simply need to know that list, you simply need to memorize that list. So the irregular adjectives, irregular comparisons are the word bad. This is the positive form. Okay, this is the positive form. So let's write the words in a chart format. Positive, comparative, and superlative. The word bad or ill or evil. The comparative of all the three words is worse. There are many people whom I have seen using the word worse as a positive adjective, positive word. It's wrong. Why? I'll tell you. Like, why is it wrong? But like, how have I understood that there are many people who use the word worse as positive? There are many who say worse, worser. My condition is worser than it was. It's absolutely wrong. Okay? There is no such word called worser. It's wrong. Okay? The word worse itself is comparative, and the positive of the word worse is actually bad or ill or evil. Okay, so how are you? I am bad or I was bad. Today my condition is worse. Okay, you don't say more bad or you don't say worser. Okay, you say worse. All right, bad, worse, and superlative, I'm the worst. Okay, the superlative is worst. You don't say baddest or illest, evilest. No, it's worst. Okay, bad, worse, worst. All right, then you have the word far, as in distance. The comparative will be farther. Okay, farther. It's not further, but it's farther. Okay, farther and farthest. Okay, I travel farthest. I traveled the farthest distance so far. Okay, in such a way. Far, farther, farthest. Next you have the word good. Better. You don't say more good. You say better, and the superlative is best. You don't say most good, the most good student of the class. No, the best student of the class is so and so. Clear? Good, better, best. The word for. For means before. Okay, for, former, foremost, or in nowadays we mostly use this word, that is first. Okay, foremost and first mean the same. Okay, so they, all these words, like first comes from the positive for. So whenever we are saying first, so first is the superlative form of the word for. Okay, is it clear? So first is actually a superlative form that we use. So it's the superlative form of the word for. Little, less, and the superlative is least. I am least bothered. Okay, I am least bothered. So least is the superlative form. If I say yes, I have, see, what do I say? There is less water. You don't say, lesser is used in a different way. So little in quantity. Okay, little, less, least. All right, clear? Okay. Next is the word much. More, most. The word many. This is quantity and this is number. Many. It's also more, most. Clear? Old, older, or elder. Elder brother, elder sister, older brother, older sister. Okay, old, older, or elder, oldest, or eldest. Clear? Am I clear to you? Okay, so I think more or less all the rules have been covered. Like I say in all of my videos, that if you have any doubt, please do write about it in the comments section. We will definitely get back to you, and of course, if you think that this video has been helpful to you, please don't forget to share it among your friends and relatives and whoever you know, because everyone needs to know the rules. So if you have liked the video, then please like. If you think it's helpful, please share, and of course press the bell icon for further notifications. Write about your worries, write about your doubts in our comments section, because that will again help in this learning process, because until and unless you ask, you never learn. All right, so the more you ask, the better you learn. So please ask your questions, write to us, we will definitely get back to you. Okay, so we are again going to come back with another video. So till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you.